Hello, this is David Snowpeck from Snowpeck Games, and this is part 6 of a video course about using the Git version control system with a game project using the Godot game engine. So, last time we did a quick overview of what branching and merging is. We covered simple branching and merging, including doing a fast-forward merge and a squash merge. And we covered pushing a branch to gitlab.com and making a merge request and merging it. This time, we're going to talk about what is a three-way merge. That's a type of merge we haven't discussed yet. We're going to be doing three-way merging of a GDScript file, both with and without merge conflicts, and as always, both on the command line and in the GUI. What we are not going to be covering today is dealing with merging a Godot scene. I was originally planning on having this in the video. It was originally written into my presentation and everything, but my videos always turn out to be way too long, so to try and shorten things up, we're just going to talk about dealing with a GDScript file in this part, and in the next part we'll cover examples of three-way merging Godot scene files, as well as some tips to make that easier. So, what is a three-way merge? Well, let's say you have an upstream repository on gitlab.com, and then you have two collaborators, Alice and Bob, who both have their own forks of the repository. So we're starting from this stable revision, which we're calling revision 234. Of course, in Git, it actually uses revision hashes, but just paper over that for now, just to make things easier. I'm using incrementing numbers. And so that's where both Alice and Bob are starting from when they both make their own new revisions in their forks that both change the main.gd file. Now, Bob's changes get merged back into the upstream first. That means this could probably be, just a fast forward merge. And then Alice's changes get merged into upstream second. And it's at this point, at this revision 236, when we're merging Alice's changes, that the three-way merge takes place. And we keep saying three-way merge, three-way merge. The three things that are being merged are actually these revisions. So the upstream revision we started from, and the two forked revisions that changed the same file. So that's what that's the three in the three-way merge. All right, so how does Git handle a three-way merge? Well, it either can handle it automatically, where Git just takes care of everything for you, and it can do that when it's a text file. Git cannot automatically merge binary files like images or like binary 3D model formats or whatever, so it has to be a text file. If both Alice and Bob change different parts of the file, they can't change the same line, or sometimes even lines that are just too close together. Git can't figure out quite right, how to merge that. And if Git can manage to work it out. So sometimes you'll get into a situation where you'll look at the files and say, like, these are different places and it's a text file. Like, why can't Git figure this out? And Git just can't figure it out. Whatever algorithm that's using to try to do the merge just can't deal with whatever that weird situation is. And the other way is manually, meaning Git will say pause, it will stop everything, and then hand it off to you, the user, to go and resolve the merge conflict. And it does that when it's not a text file, if Alice and Bob both change the exact same line, or if for whatever reason Git can't work it out. And this is what we call a merge conflict, when Git can't work it out automatically, and it hands it off to you to go and resolve how to merge these two sets of changes together. So, let's do that. Let me switch over to my Windows VM. We're going to be using the same project we've been using through this whole tutorial series and the GitLab CI tutorial series. We're actually going to be starting from the state of the project as it was at the end of the Godot and GitLab CI tutorial, the one where we were having GitLab CI automatically deploy to itch.io. So I've opened up the project directory. I'm going to right-click and go down to git bash here, because we're going to do the command line first. We'll do everything in the command line, then we'll come back and do everything again through the Git GUI. So to start, I'm going to do git space branch to see what branches we have. We have two branches, the master branch and the develop branch, which are the branches that we set up for that last tutorial that I was just talking about. And to simulate our two forked repositories, we're going to make two separate branches, an Alice branch and a Bob branch, rather than making two separate forks. It's just easier for demonstration purposes. But of course, in a real project, these would be on separate computers. They would be completely separate forked repos. They probably still would be in separate branches. Bob would probably still make some branch for his set of changes, and Alice would probably still make her own branch. But just to simplify things for demonstration purposes, we're going to do all of those branches right here in this same repo. So to start things off, we're going to do git space checkout space -b space Bob. This will create the Bob branch. Starting from here, let's just look at git space log to see what this revision is. This is the add GitLab CI deployment to itch.io commit. And we are going to go into the project files, and we're going to edit this main.gd file. We're not going to do that in the Godot editor just to save time. We're just going to right-click and go to Edit with Notepad++. In the next part, when we're working with Godot scenes, we will actually do that in the Godot editor in the video. Anyway, so we are going to add a new variable. I'll say var acceleration. I'll say it equals 20. Why not? Close that. And then we'll do git space status. We'll see that our main.gd file has changed. Git space diff. We'll see that's the change that I just made. So we will commit that change. Do git space commit space -a. And we'll type a commit message. I'm going to prefix it with Bob : just so we know that this is supposed to be Bob's change. And it's going to be added acceleration. Oops, acceleration variable. We'll save, close the editor. We can see in the command line that our commit has been created. We can double check that by doing git space log, and we see here was the commit we started from, and then here is the Bob added acceleration variable commit. All right, now we're going to switch back to the develop branch so that we can do git space checkout space -b space Alice. This will create the Alice branch starting from the develop branch because that's the branch that we are now on. And we'll make a different, completely unrelated change because we're trying to not have a conflict for this one. So I'm going to right-click on main.gd, go to Edit with Notepad++. You'll see that the change we added before with the acceleration isn't here because now we're back on, we're on Alice's branch, which is back on the commit before we made that Bob change. So we're just going to add a comment down here, comment from Alice. Save that. To git space diff, we'll see that our comment is added just as we expect. So we're going to commit that change, git space commit space -a, and we'll type a commit message starting with Alice : added a comment. We'll save that, close the editor. Our comment has been made. We'll do git space log, and we'll see we are on this new commit. Alice added a comment, which is right after the commit that we started from originally. All right, let's merge some stuff. So I'm going to do git space checkout space develop to switch back to the develop branch. And we're going to merge Bob's branch first, just like we did in the presentation, or just like we showed in the presentation. We didn't actually do anything. We'll do git space merge space Bob. And you'll see that that has done a fast forward merge. It's added one line to the main.gd, exactly what we'd expect. And then we're going to merge in Alice's branch. So git space merge space Alice. And we can see over in the command line window, it says auto merging main.gd, because this is one that can be done automatically. And it has shown us the editor for us to enter a commit message for the merge commit that's getting created. And the merge commit contains the automatic three-way merge changes to combine Alice's changes with Bob's changes. And it automatically generates a simple commit message here, and it's actually already saved it. So if we just close this now, we'll just use this automatically created commit message, which honestly, for the most part, I use the automatically created commit messages. I think the only time that I don't is like if I'm trying to squash down a bunch of commits, which we're not doing here. This is like a normal merge commit. Or if like the branch names are like weird internal branch names that I'm just using in my local repo, and I don't want that to appear in the repo publicly because people are going to be wondering like, what the heck is that branch? So honestly, I think this is fine. Merge branch Alice into develop. Self-explanatory. I'm going to hit the X and close the editor. So Git will go forward with doing merge made by the recursive strategy. There's a couple of different strategies that Git can use to do a three-way merge. We're not really going to talk about that now. They are not super useful all of the time. I think, the number of times that I've needed to use an alternate merge strategy, I could probably just count on 2 hands, probably 10 times my, entire years and years of history using Git. So it made the merge via this recursive strategy. We can see it made a bunch of changes which aren't really, we can't think about that as 2 insertions and 1 deletion because we didn't actually see the merge happen. Git did it automatically. But if we go back over here and edit the main.gd file, we'll do edit with Notepad++, you can see that we have the acceleration variable that Bob added and also the comment from Alice that Alice added. And if we go look at git space log, we can see this is the commit that we started from at the very beginning, the GitLab CI deployment to itch.io. And then here is Bob's commit, Alice's commit, and then the merge commit, that the 3-way merge that put the 2 sets of changes together. So pretty straightforward. This is the most ideal case where 2 different parts of the file are being changed and Git can just handle it all for you. I'm going to reset some things, take us back to where we started, and we're going to do this again, except we're going to do a merge where there is a merge conflict. All right, starting over, we'll do git space branch. We will see that we are on the develop branch. All the branches are already created, but they are reset to where we started. Let's switch first to Bob's branch. And I'll just show you git space log, and we're starting again from this GitLab CI deployment to itch.io commit. And we are going to make our first change. So we're going to go to main.gd, edit with Notepad++. And this time we are going to change the speed variable. Bob thinks this speed is too fast. We're going to slow it down. Let me close this. Do git space diff. We'll see we have that change from 200 to 190. Do git space commit space -a. And Bob colon slow it down. We'll save and close the editor. That commit has been made. We'll do git space log just to see this was our commit. And here Bob wants to slow it down, so we're going to switch over to Alice. We're going to again edit the main.gd file. And so the speed is back to 200, but Alice in fact wants to speed it up. So she's going to change it to 210. We'll save, git space diff. See the change there, git space commit space -a. We'll type the commit message for Alice's commit. Alice, speed it up. We'll close this. And now let's switch back to the develop branch in order to merge both of those branches into it. So we'll do git space checkout space develop. And we will first merge Bob's branch. So git space merge space Bob. And that was just a fast forward merge. And then we'll do git space merge space Alice. Now, it starts with auto merging main.gd. However, it finds a conflict, the dreaded merge conflict. Merge conflict in main.gd. Automatic merge failed, fix conflicts, and then commit the result. So we are now going to open up the main.gd file in Notepad++. And you will notice that there are these tokens, these less than symbols and then greater than symbols and these equal signs added there by Git to point out the merge conflict and give us the contents of the 2 things that are being attempted to be merged together. So this first chunk comes from head. That means the commit that the branch was on before we tried to do the merge. So that would be Bob's changes because we merged Bob's branch first. So that's his speed 190. Then we have these set of equal signs kind of separating the 2 chunks. And then down here, this is the changes from the Alice branch. And you can tell because it says Alice. And then after this part, it just goes to the kind of undisputed lines in the file, the lines in the file that don't have merge conflicts on them. So let's imagine that Alice and Bob get on chat or Skype or video call or phone call or whatever, talk about it, hash it out, and decide, okay, we're going to go with Alice's change. We're going to speed things up. So whoever is doing this merge needs to delete everything that we don't want to keep. So we're going to remove Bob's changes and all of these little tokens or markers or whatever we want to call them and save the file. and close this, and we're going to run git space status, which is going to tell us a whole bunch of useful things. So this part actually isn't very useful. It's just telling us that we are ahead of the develop branch by one commit. That's the commit that we merged in Bob's, and we can push if we want. It says that all the time when you have unpushed commits, but we're going to ignore that for now because it's not pertinent to the merging. But this part is. So you have unmerged paths. So it tells us fix conflicts and then run git commit. Or we can use git merge -- abort in order to abort the merge. So we have two choices: fix the conflicts and commit them, or use git merge -- abort and say, I don't really want to merge this. And then it tells us down here, these are the unmerged paths. Both have modified the main.gd. So it also gives this useful note: use git add and file to mark resolution. That means we do git space add main.gd when we want to tell Git that we have gone into the file, fix the merge conflicts, and are ready to say, okay, this is the state of the file we want to have. So we'll do git space add space main.gd, and then we'll do git status again. And now we can see all conflicts fixed, but you are still merging. So it's just letting us know that the state of our working directory for our Git repository is merging, which is a special kind of state. Like, you can't go start creating new commits in there that are unrelated to your merge. You have to finish this merge or abort this merge before you can go back to like the normal kind of state of your working directory. So, and it gives us this hint: use git commit to conclude the merge, which is exactly what we want to do. So we're going to do git space commit. And now it's giving us the commit message for this merge commit, the commit that resolves that merge conflict. It generates the exact same message that it generated when we did this without a conflict, merge branch Alice into develop, which honestly I think is fine. It also adds some extra comments describing to us what the conflicts were, which can be useful when you come in here to deal with the commit message. And of course, remember that all of these lines that start with the hash symbol are comments, similar to comments in a GDScript file, and won't actually end up in the commit message. So really just this line is going to be the commit message, which is fine. This file's already saved. We can just close it, and Git will use that commit message. And if we do git log, we will see that we had this commit is where we started. We have then Bob's slow it down commit, Alice's speed it up commit, and the merge commit that put those two changes together. And if we now go to edit the main.gd file, we can see we are on the sort of desired end state, which is resolving to match Alice's changes. Now, one thing I want to point out: when we did this example, we just changed one line, and that one line was where the merge conflict was. Normally you change a lot more than one line, although I guess I do a lot of one-line commits too. But let's say that you changed lots and lots and lots of lines in a file, and only one of those had a merge conflict. Well, Git would actually automatically resolve all of the situations where there wasn't a merge conflict, and only call out for you the single merge conflict with those markers for you to go in there and edit it. Which is to say, don't worry, like if there's 100 changes and only one of them conflicts, you're not going to be forced to manually resolve all 100 of those changes. Git will do 99 of them, and then just force you to do that one remaining one, the one with the conflict, manually. So next, I'm going to reset some things again so that we can do both of those examples again, but using the Git GUI. All right. So we're going to right-click in our project and go to Git GUI here to start the Git GUI. Here we go. Here's our dashboard. So first of all, you can see up here, current branch is develop. We are going to switch to Bob's branch. First, we're going to go to branch checkout. We have a list of the branches here. We're going to pick Bob's branch, click checkout. Then we're going to go to our directory here, and we are going to right-click on main.gd, edit with Notepad++, and we're going to make the same set of changes as last time. Var acceleration equals 20, save it, close it. Go over here, we're going to hit rescan. It sees our one change. We're going to say stage changed. We're going to type Bob : added acceleration variable into the commit message. Click commit. And if we go to repository and then visualize Bob's history, we will see that we added this one single commit after our deployment to itch.io commit. So same deal. Now let's switch to Alice's branch. We're going to go to branch checkout, select Alice's branch from the list of local branches here, click checkout. Then we're going to go back to edit main.gd, and we're going to add the comment at the end. Comment from Alice. And we'll click rescan, see our changes, click stage changed, type our commit message, Alice added comment, click commit, and that is done. So now to merge these, we're going to switch back to the develop branch by going to branch checkout, selecting the develop branch, click checkout. We're going to go over to merge, local merge. We're going to first pick the Bob branch. We're going to click merge. It gives us the exact same information as before as a fast forward merge, one insertion, close that. Then we're going to go to merge, local merge, the Alice branch, click merge, and it says auto merging main.gd, merge made by the recursive strategy, all that looks good. If we go and edit our main.gd file, we will see both changes, the acceleration variable and the comment from Alice down here. So all went as expected. Let me really quick reset this, and then we'll do it again with a merge conflict. All right, let's open up the Git GUI again. We right-click in the folder, go down to Git GUI here. We are currently on the develop branch. I always have to check that because when I'm bouncing around resetting things, I can't remember what branch I left myself on. And we're going to go to branch checkout. We're going to switch to Bob's branch first. We're going to edit the main.gd file. And like we did last time, we are going to create a merge conflict by both editing the same line. Bob wants to slow things down. I'm going to go back into here, rescan. Those are our changes, stage changed. Type our message, Bob, slow it down. Click commit. We have Bob's change in Bob's branch. Now we're going to go to branch checkout Alice to switch to Alice's branch. Going to right-click on main.gd, edit with Notepad++. Alice wants to speed things up, so we change the speed to 210. Save that, close it, rescan in the Git GUI, stage changed, type our commit message, Alice : speed it up. We're going to commit. All right, all of the changes are in place. We're going to do branch checkout and select the develop branch. We're going to switch back to the develop branch to do our merging. So first, merge, local merge. We're going to merge Bob's changes. Click merge, a simple fast forward merge, it's done. Then we're going to go to merge, local merge, and then Alice's branch. So we get the same message like last time, auto merging main.gd, but oh no, there is a conflict, a merge conflict in main.gd, automatic merge failed, fix conflicts, and then commit the result. So we'll close this. We'll go right-click on main.gd, edit it with Notepad++. The same conflict we had last time, we're going to resolve it in the exact same way by selecting Alice's change, save, close this. Now this gets a little bit different because this is the tree, because the working directory's gone into like merging state. We can't just click stage changed. It won't do anything. So, I keep clicking stage changed and our main.gd changes remain unstaged. So what we have to do is click main.gd and go to commit stage to commit. And that will stage our changes. basically, this is the difference between doing like commit-a, where we're saying like we want to commit everything that's been changed, versus doing git add a particular file. So to do the git add of a particular file, which is what we need to do to mark a file as having been resolved, as its merge conflicts having been resolved, we have to do this commit stage to commit, as opposed to stage changed files to commit, which is the same as this stage changed button we've been hitting so much. Anyway, now that those changes are staged, we need to do the commit message for the merge commit. The one that it's suggested is totally fine. It adds a couple little comments here, not quite as many as when we were doing it from the command line, but just telling us which files have been, which files were conflicting. And this is all fine. We click commit. And now, if we go to repository, visualize develops history, we can see the history that we expect. We started on this add GitLab CI deployment to itch.io. We have Bob's slow it down commit. We have Alice's speed it up commit. And we have the merge commit resolving that conflict. So let me switch back to my presentation here. That is all I have for this part. Please let me know if I missed anything, if anything was unclear, if there's anything in particular you want to see in future episodes. Like I mentioned, I did not change this. I meant to change this. So in the next part, we're going to be talking not about three-way merge and handling merge conflicts. We're going to be talking about three-way merge of Godot scenes. So this kind of laid the foundation for that. Dealing with normal text files, and then next time we're going to move on to the little bit harder topic of dealing with scene files. So thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.